How goes it, everyone? I am the world famous Fat Kid, and it's the playoffs. Wild card weekend. We got 6 games to go over. This is when it gets serious. All right, that was ridiculous. Okay. So, first off, we're going up with Cleveland Browns going against the Houston Texans. Number 5 against the number 4 in the AFC. Cleveland 11-6, Houston 10-7. Houston winning the division because Jacksonville fell apart. Cleveland, despite everything that's happened, all the injuries, making the playoffs. Joe the Elite Dragon Flacco, holy buckets. So, number 1 defense in the league, or top 3. I haven't checked the rankings after the season has ended. Houston, with my opinion and a lot of other people, offensive rookie of the year with CJ Stroud. Houston gets a little bit of an edge because they're playing at home, but it's in a dome. Cleveland, yeah, they'll have to deal with the noise of the crowd, but it shouldn't be too much of a factor. That defense is really good. Flacco's been playing out of his mind. I'm going to pick Cleveland on this one. So a little bit of an upset, which Cleveland has the better record, but they're the lower seed. I think that defense is going to be too much for Houston to handle. By no means do I want to take anything away from Houston. They did a great job this year. Quick turnaround with a first-year head coach and a rookie quarterback. But I think Cleveland's going to get the win on this one. Next, Miami Dolphins going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs the number 3, Dolphins the number 6. Dolphins failed to win the division against Buffalo last game of the season. KC winning the division week 17. They've struggled all year, eking out an 11-6. Wow, eking out an 11-6 record, and Miami also an 11-6. Miami struggled mightily. Kansas City, same thing. That offense just can't get moving. But I think Miami has been so bad against good teams. The trend is going to continue. Kansas City's playing at home at Arrowhead. They've beat them once at home. That was over in Germany. I think Kansas City gets the win here, and they move on to the divisional round. Next, Pittsburgh Steelers, Buffalo Bills. Steelers coming in at 7, just getting all the help that they needed to get in, with Jacksonville losing and them, of course, taking care of the second-string Ravens. Buffalo winning the AFC East against the Dolphins, coming in with an 11-6 record. Pittsburgh 10-7. Pittsburgh got a nice bump once Mason Rudolph started playing at quarterback. See, this is a tough game for me. It's in Buffalo, but Pittsburgh's not afraid of cold weather. Pittsburgh's defense is really good. Buffalo's kind of been flying by the seat of their pants. You know what you're going to get with Josh Allen. He's going to give you opportunities for turnovers. I just think the offense is going to be good enough for Buffalo to overcome any issues that Josh Allen may have. The defense is pretty good too. I'm going with Buffalo. It's a pretty close game, no matter what the seeding says, a 2 and a 7. I think this is going to be probably the best game of this wild card weekend. You know what? I'm definitely calling this my game of the weekend. I know it doesn't really mean much, but that's the one I'm most interested to see. Next, we got Green Bay Packers going into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Packers the number 7 seed, Dallas the number 2, winning the NFC East. Green Bay coming in at 9-8. only 2 teams came in to the playoffs with less than double-digit wins. Packers are one of them. Cowboys 12-5. Jeez. I kind of want to and ha, and because we all know that the Cowboys struggle in the playoffs. They have a great regular season, and then they come in and fall flat in the playoffs. Green Bay with Jordan Love. I don't see the Packers winning this game necessarily. They have ways that they could win, but I'm picking the Cowboys. I think they're on a roll. They're the better team than the Packers right now, and they're playing at home. So I'm going with the Cowboys. Not much of a shock really, because it's the 7 and the 2. This one seems a little bit of a farther gap than Pittsburgh Buffalo. Next, we're moving on to Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. The 6 and the 3 in the NFC. Stafford coming back to Detroit to play his former team. Oof. I can't really mince my words. Detroit coming in 12-5. Rams coming in 10-7. Both playing pretty well at the end of the year. Rams locked theirs up, I believe, week 17 when they got a wild card berth. They just didn't have their seeding yet. I think the Rams have the better team. Not by a whole lot. This is going to be a very close game. How I see it anyway. This is going to be a close game, but I see the Rams winning. Sorry, Detroit. You won the NFC North, but maybe that's something to build on for next season. With Laporta being out, that's one less weapon that Detroit's going to have. And I don't think Detroit is going to be able to stop Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp. So Stafford comes into Detroit and says, you can stay home. Rams get the win. Finally, Philadelphia Eagles, Tampa Bay Bucks. Philly coming in at the number 5 seed with an 11-6 record, really falling off near the end of the year. Tampa Bay coming in after winning the NFC South with a 9-8 record. Not the strongest, especially with their clinching game. I don't know why I did quotes. Their NFC South clinching game was just a mess. 9-0 against the Panthers when you really needed the game. Baker Mayfield came out flat. Both teams kind of struggling. Tampa Bay's just happy to be here. I think Philly's going to end up getting the win on this one. This is we're going to right the ship. We're going to do it. This, of course, leaving Baltimore, the number 1 seed in the AFC, with a 13-4 record, and the number 1 seed San Francisco 49ers in the NFC, 12-5. They're waiting on this round, where, if I'm right, we're going to have divisional matchups with Baltimore taking on Cleveland and San Francisco taking on the Rams. That'll be interesting. So, real quick, that's who I got for this week. And to be honest with you, if I were to jump down the line and go with my predictions, I would say Cleveland beats Baltimore, Buffalo beats Kansas City, and then Cleveland plays Buffalo. I think Cleveland beats Buffalo, and Cleveland goes to the Super Bowl. In the NFC, it would be Philly, Dallas, San Francisco, Rams. San Francisco beats the Rams. Philly beats Dallas. So then you got San Francisco, Philly in the NFC conference. I would take San Francisco. So then you got Cleveland, San Francisco. I would take San Francisco. Now that is all hypothetical, of course, but that's kind of the road that I took. Now, I will update this as the weeks go on, but right now, that's who I got for this week. Yell at me if you feel like it in the comments. I'd like to know who you got as your predicted champion. Who do you think is going all the way? Let me know. But till the next time, I'm just going to stare at you kind of weird. Ooh. Okay, I'm done. Take it easy. Have a good one. It's the